Hello, 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 everyone. It's been a while since I've been live, but I'm so happy to be here tonight. So, we will be talking about anxiety and coping statements. So, the number one thing that increases your anxiety is the story you're telling yourself. We often are conditioned to have a certain dialogue. And, we learn this from our parents. We learn this from movies. We learn this from teachers. We just learn this in our every day to day lives. So things like, well, I better anticipate the worst because if I anticipate the worst, then I can't be disappointed. Or, it's just all bad. Or I know this is going to happen. Or, oh, it doesn't feel good. So there's something wrong with me. Have you ever had these thoughts? These are the very thoughts that increase your anxiety. So that's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about coping statements, things that you can say to yourself to decrease your anxiety. It's all about the story you're telling yourself. If you keep telling yourself a better and better and better story, your life will get better and better and better. And it's your choice. You are not a victim to feelings and emotions. You actually can choose your feelings and emotion in each now moment. And if there's anything I could say about mental health, it's this conversation right here. If you're not feeling good, if you're anxious, if you're depressed, at the core of it is a story that you're telling yourself. Now, I say this not to excuse the fact that trauma trauma rewires your brain. It physically rewires your brain. PTSD, these complex mental health challenges that a lot of people face. Yes, there are things that chemically are altered within our brain, within the structures of our system. But to redirect that, to heal, to recover, to grow, you have to start telling yourself a new story. And often, when trauma symptoms get exacerbated, it's because you don't have those foundational skills to help you tell yourself a new story. So, that's what we're going to do today. We're really going to dive in and go through some coping statements that can help you. All right. So, this is a handout that I give out to a lot of my clients. If you want a copy of this, please reach out. Send me a message in the comments and I'll definitely get you a copy of this, handout that I'm going to go through. But, it's as simple as the story that you're telling yourself. All right. So let's see if I can pull it up on my screen. All right. So, one thing about these coping statements, a lot of people use mantras. My mantra is everything is always working out for me. I live by this statement. Every day of my life, I say this to myself because in reality, it is. Even the bad moments, even the bad days, at the core of it is the fact that everything is working out for me. If I have to transition out of a job, even grief and loss. I know that, everybody has their time to go and that although that pain from missing that person never truly goes away, in the end, I know that it was a part of the bigger scheme, a part of the bigger system, a part of the bigger picture to things. So everything is always working out for me. So, okay, what you need to know, what you think influences how you feel. Repetitive thoughts like, I'm a bad parent, I never seem to catch a break, or I always fail, or negative automatic thoughts. And they happen so fast. Give it 3 seconds and you're there. 3 seconds and that thought sets in, and then all those emotions well up in your body. So that's how it happens. A thought, you're feeling, your body reacts, and then you behave. So, in the matter of 3 seconds, once that thought sets in, now your body and your whole system is behaving based upon that thought. So just be mindful that these thoughts are typically very repetitive and very automatic. They're often unkind, they're often judgmental, very critical. They often reflect our core beliefs about the world and about ourselves. So, another thing, with self esteem, what you say to yourself is going to impact that. So, here are a few coping statements that I'm all sure that you've said at some point or that you've heard other people close to you say. So, let's get into it. This too shall pass. All right. That's huge. Even if it feels bad in this moment, this too shall pass. And let me show this on the stream here when I'm looking through. All right. So, this too shall pass. This reminds you that everything is passing, even unpleasant emotions, thoughts, and situations that feel very permanent, even if it feels like there's no way of getting out of this. If you're in a marriage that you're unhappy about, a relationship, if you're at a job that you just don't know how you're going to see yourself out of this career, just know that this too shall pass. Nothing lasts forever. Just for today. By reminding yourself you only have to give this day your best shot, or maybe even the next 15 minutes, you can more easily remain present, being present in the here and now moment, and avoid worrying about the next week, the next month, the next year. So just know that, okay, just for today. Just for today. I just got to get through this today. If you got that presentation, if you got, this payment that's due, just for the day. Because tomorrow there'll be something else, but it's okay. Just for today. I will get better. A lot of times we feel something in our body like, ooh, maybe we get some flutters in our chest. Maybe we're having some headaches. Maybe we got a rash, and now it's the worst case scenario. We're on WebMD. We're trying to diagnose ourselves. But the more you believe that you will get better, you will get better. They've done tons of studies in science. They don't talk about it much, but they've done tons of studies that shown that people that are positively focused, people that pray, people that actually believe and make these types of statements to themselves actually do have better health outcomes. All right. I am breathing in and I am breathing out. Ooh, your breath is so important. Let me hear it for the breath. Your breath is your sword. If you are in a situation that is conflict ridden, so say you have a family member that you don't get along with, or you're arguing frequently with your partner, you know, your breath is your sword. If you can learn how to breathe and breathe purposely, you will be able to catch yourself before you say that thing that's going to make things 10 times worse. So I am breathing in and I'm breathing out. When you concentrate on your breath, you generate peacefulness and calm. Let it go. That's another statement. Let it go. Just let it go. It's not that important. In the bigger scheme of things, if you're fussing about dishes in the sink, what's the bigger picture? Maybe your family, maybe the years of time that you've invested, maybe your hopes, your dreams. Let it go. The dishes are in no comparison to the bigger picture of things, your journey, your soul's journey, your growth, your personal development. Those are the bigger picture items that we tend to forget. But let it go. It's not worth your energy. I am safe. That's huge with anxiety. The reason why you feel anxious is because you don't feel safe and you fear that negative outcome. So you fear that that thing that you don't want to happen is going to happen. So you don't feel safe and then you have more and more anxiety. But in the reality, you know, you are safe. You are. Even if you don't feel safe, things are always working out for you. Even if I were to pass in the next 5 seconds from now, I still wouldn't have any control over that. And it's still just a piece, aspect of the reality that I chose. So I am safe. I am. You might say, I am enough, I am patient, I am at peace. Repeating these affirmations slowly are soothing. They really are. I am loved, I am enough, I am peace, I have ease in my life, I have freedom. All these statements, tell your system, your cells a different story so that then they can react in different ways. Next one. It's not about me. This mantra helps when you're upset about a situation that involves other people. Often we take things too personally. If your boss is snapping at everyone, oh, it's my fault. It's because I came in 5 minutes late this morning, so it's my fault that this person is reacting this way. No, it's not about you. If someone around you is behaving negatively, it's because of the story they're telling themselves. It's because of the trauma that they may be holding in their selves. It's not about you. It's not about me. All is well. Just as like will get better. All is well. Sometimes you need a reminder that things are going to be okay. So all is well. Thank you. Calm down. Calm down. Like if you feel it, in my anger management, my clients, they feel it. When that anger kicks in, you feel it through your coursing through your cells. You feel it like your muscles start to tingle, you start to sweat, you start to pace, you're moving back and forth. You just feel it all through your body. Tell yourself to calm down. I'm safe. Calm down. Breathe. That's your sword. Breathe. Calm down. Even if you spell it out, calm, CALM. By doing that purposefully, it takes your minds off of whatever the trigger is. Maybe it's the disrespectful statement made by someone. Maybe it's someone cutting you off in traffic. Whatever it may be, calm down. Tell yourself this. Saying this statement in itself will help redirect you. All right. And then last but not least, I am lovable. I am lovable. You are. A lot of times in our relationships, we get wound up. We get wound up so quickly. We get wound up by the fact that, oh, I gained a little weight, or maybe my makeup isn't right, or maybe I haven't been to the gym enough, or, that person is scrolling through their phone. What are they looking at on social media? When we get hyper vigilant and we start second guessing ourselves and questioning ourselves and going all the way to the left and creating situations that don't even need to be created, because in the end we don't feel lovable. And don't let someone else define how lovable you are. Know within the core of who you are how lovable you are, because you are. It's not worth your energy to give away your self-worth and your self-esteem based upon what someone else says about you. So you are lovable. So, physical things that can always be changed, but the core of who you are, that's unique, that's special, that's what you were born with, and you were born with it for a reason. So you are lovable. So these are just some blanket statements that I hope they get your wheels turning so that you can start to think about those things that you could say to yourself to help you feel less anxiety, less fear, less sadness, less just tension in your relationships. You're lovable. All is well. So, if anybody out there, has any thoughts about this, reach out. Hey, Elijah, I see you out there, because you really are lovable. And I just want to give you all a round of applause for just being who you are in this moment. We don't hear it enough, but who you are is special and important and a necessary part of this puzzle of humanity. So just celebrate yourself and start to tell yourself a new story. Tell yourself a new story. So I love you. If you need additional support, reach out. If you want a copy of this handout that I went through, just let me know. I could definitely send it to you. But you can do it. Tell yourself a new story. It's a new beginning, it's a new day. All these things will take you to that next place that you need to be so that you can have more joy, peace, and love in your life. So, have a good evening. Myers Life.